What it do, what it do, what it do, what's going on, y'all? How's everybody doing today? Hope everybody is well. Everybody's doing great. This is Top Flight TV, Mr. Top Flight Films. Boom, boom, boom. Shout out to everybody, man. Make sure when you come in here, if you come in here, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. The topic of the day, the topic of today, Raven Symone. Y'all remember Raven Symone, right? That's so Raven. We first saw her from the Cosby Show back in the day. She says she's not African American. It's not the first time she said this. She said this some years back, and right now it's going viral. Her reiterating that she's not African American, and I want to know what your thoughts are. Please leave a comment. Let me know what you think, and please leave a detailed answer. You dig? Because my take is, if you new to my channel, then you well, if you're old, if you've been to my channel, then you know how we get down over here. You know it's FBA all day. You dig? So what she said is the absolute truth. Okay, and I think it's hard for a lot of people to accept what she said. A lot of people are programmed. A lot of people won't adopt that way of thinking unless the dominant society tells them. Okay, they won't listen to somebody like me or her with this skin complexion. The dominant society has to tell them who they are. Jesse Jackson came through. He got permission to call us African Americans, and we know he got permission because the dominant society took it and they accepted it and they ran with it and they promoted it. So I'm gonna tell you right now, man, this way of thinking, this common sense way of thinking is really catching on. You understand? Um, the jig is up, man. You know, we're clearly not African. And it's becoming more and more popular. Not that it's a trend or a fad, but it's becoming more popular, this way of thinking and adopting this new these terms. You dig? She says she's not African American. She says she will consider herself Black American. Shout out to everybody, man. I hit the like button when you come in here. We've been on this for a while. We've been pushing this for a while. We have left the African American thing alone a long time ago. I am not African. Nothing wrong with Africans. Nothing wrong with any other cultures. I'm just saying. We paid homage to Africa for so long, and we held on close to Africa, right? And I think what happened was, after a certain period of time, it really clicked with us, man. Like, you know what? I'm an American, dog. Like, why give away ownership? Why would we present ourselves as guests in this homeland that our ancestors built? Why would we present ourselves as guests? You dig? You want to create ownership. You want to not create, but you want to have ownership, right? We're the only non-immigrants. You dig? So to act like we are foreign to this land is crazy. And we went along with the whole African American thing for so long because that's what we knew, as we were taught, and we thought we were paying homage to Africa. After a while, we like, man, you know what? I'm number one. I don't have nobody African in my family. Number two, there's no country in Africa that I can go to, right, where I can receive citizenship, right? You know, with ease. You dig? And number three, after being in America so long, you going you gonna quite naturally become somebody else. You dig? When Jamaicans are in Jamaica, they don't have to be referred to as Africans. They called Jamaicans. When Haitians are in Haiti, nobody's pressing them to identify as Africans. They're just Haitian. They're very proud people. Haitians, Jamaicans. We can take it. We can take it as far as Puerto Rico and Mexico and other places where there's African descent. Everybody's allowed to call themselves um, something other than Africa, except for Black Americans. We're the only ones that we're the only ones that have to be under the wing. You understand? So I was listening to the radio, right? Listen here, man. I was listening to the radio, 102.3, and they got the DL Hughley show. And, I like the radio station. I just don't like his show. Because he's a wild coon, dog. I'm sorry. He just is. I'm going to just keep it real. But the people on the show were having a hard time understanding what she was talking about. And it's common sense. She broke it down very eloquently, and it's really just a common sense thing. We've been here for 500 plus years, longer than that. Why will we still refer to ourselves as Africans? We don't have a connection to Africa like that. You dig? So a lot of people, I think some people just don't want to. Some people don't want to let go. They don't want to let go of the African thing for whatever reason. Um, and I'm not trying to disrespect Africa or Africans in any way. I'm just saying, if I go over there, they'll tell me. Most of them will tell me that I'm not African. They'll say I'm an American. You dig? So, shout out to Shawty. I don't know what her intent was behind that, or I don't know about her other ideology, but the shit is getting loud, dog. The FBA lineage is getting loud. You know what I'm saying? And I love it. I absolutely love it. Because that's going to clear up a lot of mess, man. It's going to clear up a lot of craziness, and it's going to keep us out the way. It's going to keep us from being shit on in a political aspect, in a legal aspect. You know what I'm saying? It's going to really define who we are as a people. And it's not going to be a whole bunch of taking a crap on us, and, you can do whatever you want to do, and it's going to fall under the guise of Black Americans or African Americans. Yeah, the people that came here recently from Africa should be named African American. You dig? That's just common sense right there. And yeah, man. So I just wanted to drop that off. Leave a comment, man. Let me know how you feel. Do you have lineage that dates back to the founding of America? Do you have lineage that dates back to the founding of America? Because again, foundational Black Americans are not immigrants. We recently heard the chick Jasmine Crockett. She was saying how this is a country of immigrants, right? And the reality is, no. She should have said except for such and such or whatever. They try to make us guess over here, and the reality is there was no America until our ancestors built it, and that needs to be acknowledged. You dig? So I got to get back to editing. I got a lot of work to do. Unless somebody want to come up here and get their opinion, we can argue. We can go back and forth, however y'all want to do it. I know I'm always up for a good argument. Drop a comment if you're catching the playback. I'm gonna give it 5 seconds to see if anybody want to come ahead and give me their opinion. How do you feel? Where's your family from, and how do you feel about Raven Symone saying that she's not African American? All right. Well, I'm out, man. Peace.